Well, hey guys, what's going on? Jamie here. Wanted to do a quick airdrop. Hopefully, it'll be quick if the BSC blockchain doesn't mess with me today. We'll do an airdrop. We'll do an update. All of that. We'll talk about drip, and if we have some time, we'll talk about my basic strategy for not only drip but for all the different platforms that I'm in. Because I have a basic, wash, rinse, repeat strategy. Everybody's always asking me, hey, what's your strategy for this platform? What's your strategy for that platform? And the reality is regardless of what platform I'm in, 90% of the time I apply the same strategy. And it's something that's worked for me now for a couple of years, ever since I got into the space back in 2016. Um, just from, being in so many different platforms, some successful, some not so successful. I've kind of developed my own kind of way of doing things. So hopefully we'll get into that. If not, I'll do that on another video. But yeah, we'll do an airdrop here. As you can see here, drip is at $7.82. It's kind of moving about up and down. It was over $8 and it dropped back down and came back up. But yeah, it looks like it's a really, really good price right now. We've been at a lower price for such a long time. Now that it's scaring the crap out of $8 again, I'm looking at my accounts and I'm like, holy crap. I think I have because of the price increase with drip, I look at my balance on my different accounts. I think I have like $850,000 worth of drip deposit into my various accounts, which is insane because I look at that price and I'm like, man, what would it be like if drip went to $15 or $20? Because I've been talking about that for a while now. If it only goes to $15 or $20, it'd be crazy. We'd be making anywhere from $20,000 to $25,000 per day with drip. That's how insane it would get. Not that it's not insane now, because believe me, it almost warps your mind. You know what I mean? Like when I when I look at how much we're making with drip, it almost warps my mind and it makes me do crazy things, right? But anyway, we'll talk about that on another video. You can see here, this is just let me go to my other account here. Oh, why was I on this account? Because this is the wallet that I have attached to the animal farm. So let me go to the animal farm real quick. Of course, it goes without saying, guys, that I am not a financial advisor. You should do your own due diligence, do your own research if you're going to get into drip or any platform that I'm in or anything in crypto for that matter, because it is the wild, wild west. You should do your own research and only put in risk capital, guys. Okay, very, very important that you only put in risk capital. Also, follow me on Telegram. I'll leave a link for that down below. And if you haven't subscribed yet, hit subscribe, hit the little bell icon so you'll get notified straight away whenever I do a brand new video. So, real quick before we go into the faucet, just a couple quick updates here on the animal farm. 18 million in TVL inside of the pig pen already. This one here is just doing its thing. I just kind of let this build up, and then whenever I need BUSD, not that I need BUSD or anything like that, but whenever I want to get BUSD in my wallet, or if I'm in another platform that needs me to put BUSD in it, I'll just grab it from here if I need to. And by doing that, I'll compound my pigs back into the pig pen. So yeah, I'm actually pretty excited about the new game that they're going to be building on top of pigs or the pig pen, because it'll just bring a lot more excitement, because this is more of a slow burn type of part of the ecosystem. So yeah, having a new contract on top of this would be pretty fun. Piggy bank doing its thing. Yeah, these things are just rolling out. And then obviously the drip garden, this one here is just doing its thing. So I'm excited about the new game, the new 3D game that's going to be built on top of the drip garden. So that'll be pretty interesting. I believe it's coming out the middle of this month. So hopefully we'll get some more updates on that. But yeah, these are all just different parts of the ecosystem that we're earning on. Obviously, when they launch the pools and the farms, that'll bring another income stream to into the party. But yeah, drip is the deal. Drip is the main deal. This is let me go over to my other account here. This is another account. Both of the account that I just showed had 200,000. This one has 200,000. All because the price of drip is, increasing, right? Got almost 20. I haven't even looked at these accounts because I've been so busy with other things. I actually have like almost 20,000 here in my available balance. But let me head on over to my wallet that I want to do the airdrop on. That way I can just get that going because it takes a little bit of time. find that wallet. Give me 1 second here, guys. Okay. All right. Sorry about that. So this is the wallet that I want to do the airdrop on. This is my newest account. I have my account spread out in different laptops now. I used to have them all in one laptop. Now I have them spread out on on three different laptops. But yeah, this is the account here that I want to do the airdrop on. This is my newest account. This is the one I'm going to be building, and my goal here is to get this up to 100,000. I'm probably going to do that over the next couple of days because, like, again, I have loose drip sitting, liquid drip that I have sitting, in different wallets that's not really doing anything. And I'm just going to put it in here and just put it in here so I start getting 1%. I've been meaning to do that, but again, I've been pretty busy. But we're going to go ahead and do an airdrop. Let me see how much. Okay. So based on the price right now, I think a $5,000 airdrop is 632 drip. I did the math before I did the video. Just wanted to make sure I had that enough in there, sitting in there, or else I'd probably have to claim that. But let me scroll down. Okay, so for this airdrop, I'm not going to do it lottery style. Normally, I'll do it as a lottery and give it to like 5 people. What I'm going to do is I'm going to see how many people here have 100 drip deposited, and I'm going to see if I can spread it out so that more people will get an airdrop. Okay, hit run. Okay, so it seems like, wow, okay, there's 34 people that have 100 drip deposited or more. Like this person here has a 800. This person here has over 1,000. Congrats to you guys. 200, 200. But here's to another 220. But there's 34 people that have at least 100 drip deposited. So normally I'll do it as a lottery, and I'll probably do that for the next one. I like doing those lottery airdrops because it's 5 transactions. I hit it, and within a couple of minutes, I'm done. These will take a little bit longer, but again, I want to be fair to everybody. There's people that have 100 drip, but just for sheer luck or randomness, they just don't get picked in the lottery, and they're sitting there, wondering if they're going to get an airdrop because they did put in 100 drip deposit. This person has 600. So for this one, I'm going to alternate it back and forth. For this one that I'm doing on this video, I'll just kind of do, I'll try to hit everybody here. So everyone's going to get 18 and a half drip. So I think that's 147 or 150 bucks each, something like that. I did the math earlier, but the price is moving a little bit. So let's go ahead and get this airdrop going. And let's see here. While this airdrop is going, I'm going to see if I can give you my basic strategy, because a lot of you guys are hitting me up or leaving comments under my videos saying, "Hey, what's your strategy for this platform or that platform?" And even though this is the exact strategy that I used for drip early on, it's basically the strategy that I use 9 out of 10 times. Now you might say, well, how come you don't use it 100% of the time? Because there are exceptions to the rule, okay? But 9 out of 10 times, this is the strategy that I use whenever I get into a passive income platform, an ROI, an ROI type of platform, okay? So I'm going to try to multitask here and take you through this while this is going. So this is the strategy that I use, guys. Okay, and again, I'm gonna be going back and forth here, so bear with me. So essentially, what I want to do with my portfolios, I want to diversify so all my eggs aren't in one basket. Okay, of course, there are platforms that I like more than others. There are platforms that I go heavier into. For example, with Drip, like I said, I have 850,000 deposited into my various accounts. And some other platforms, I have 30,000 or 50,000 or 10,000. So there are platforms that I go heavier into based on just my feel, my experience, just kind of my intuition. But for the most part, I do want to be diversified because I don't want to have all my eggs in one basket. Okay. So when I look into a platform and I see that I want to get into it and I've done some research, And again, I don't go super duper heavy into research because at the end of the day, you can do, hours and hours and hours of research and the platform can still flop, right? The platform can still rug pull. So I do a little bit of research just to make sure I feel good enough to make a deposit. But when I do, I try to get in early in a platform. And when I do get in early, I want to go as heavy as I can. Okay. As far as what I mean by that is as heavy as I can afford, that I feel good, even if something were to happen, I'm okay losing that money. Okay. So when you hear me say, hey, only put in risk capital, like what is the most risk capital that I could put in as early as I can into a platform? Okay. So whatever I find that to be, whether it be 5,000, 10,000, 25,000, 50,000, right? 100,000, I'll try to go in as early as I can. All right. If I can't get in on the first day, I'll try to get in within the first week, or somewhere around that time frame. Okay. Now, once I go in and when I make a deposit, my goal is to pull my initial deposit out before I start compounding. Okay. Now, again, 9 out of 10 times, there are some times where I'll start compounding right away, but those are exceptions to the rule. Okay. I'm giving you kind of my 9 out of 10 times what I would be doing. Okay. So it could be a couple different ways I do that. I can either pull out 100%, like in other words, I would claim or withdraw 100% every day until I get my seed capital out of the platform. It might be a 50-50 split where I'll do 50% compound, 50% withdraw, or it could be a 75-25 split where I'll, split it that way where I'm withdrawing a little bit and compounding a little bit. But whichever way I choose to do it, there's going to be a focus on pulling out my seed capital. Okay. Now, again, depending on the platform, how the platform works, how I feel about it, I'll either be pulling out 100% right away, or I'll be doing it, I'll do a 50-50 split or a 25-75 split. But my goal is to pull my initial capital out because if I do that, then I'm risk free, right? I've essentially removed all my risk with the platform because if I pull out all my seed capital and I'm whole, now it's just pure profit, right? Now it's just house money. Now I could do it. If the platform goes away, if something goes wrong, um, I pulled out my initial capital, right? It's just house money at that point, right? So that's my focus. Okay. Now, some people don't like to do it that way. That's fine. Everyone has their own strategy. Everyone has their own way of doing it. Some people, they'll compound to the moon and never pull anything out. And if that's the way you want to do it, great. But for me, I like to pull out my seed capital little by little, um, because if I am risk free inside of a platform, then I can compound and do whatever I want. Because again, it's just house money. That's why for me, I put in, I don't know, if I had to estimate, probably up between 100 to $120,000 of my own money into drip. Early on, I had pulled out my seed capital, and then I can compound without being worried about it because it's just house money. That's why you've seen me in videos in the past where I've hydrated and compounded $100,000 worth of drip back into the faucet, right? Or $200,000 back into the faucet. I think overall, and I don't know, I haven't looked at my channel, but you can check it out for yourself. I think I've hydrated or compounded I don't know, six or 700 plus $1,000 back into the faucet because it's just house money. I've already pulled out my seed capital, right? Once you pull out your seed capital, then it's just profit. Do what you want to do, right? So that's what I do. I make it a focus to pull out my seed capital, and then I can compound to the moon if I want to. Now, once I pull out that seed capital, I have the option to, because I want to be diversified and be in several different platforms. I have the option to take that seed capital and use that very same money to go into another platform. And then I simply wash, rinse, and repeat that same strategy. So essentially, theoretically, right, on paper, right, if everything works out, I'm using the same money to get into many platforms, right? I'm making a deposit into a platform, I'm pulling it out. Now I have that platform paying me, right? Paying me passive income. Then I take that same deposit and put it into another platform, pull it out, right? I have that platform paying me passive income, right? It's another passive income stream. And then I go into another platform, right? And I wash, rinse, repeat until I have 5, 6, 7, 8 things paying me every single day. And theoretically, I've used the same deposit money to get into all of them, right? Now, does it work out that perfectly all the time? No, not all the time, right? There's sometimes where I'll get into a platform and it rug pulls the next day, right? That's happened to me before. But that's kind of my basic strategy of how I kind of maneuver through these different platforms. Okay. So it says here on this notepad, it says, so the same quote unquote money, right? The same funds positioned me to set up many passive income streams. Okay. You see how we're doing here with this airdrop. So 90% of the time, this is what I'm trying to do, right? This is what I'm trying to do. And that's why you see me get into different platforms because it's just profit. It's just profits. It's the same deposit that I put into other platforms that I'm putting into another one just to create another income stream. Because for me, I like to have 7, 8, 9, 10 things paying me on a daily basis. Some more than others, right? Like there are some things that I'm in, like drip, for example, where I'm making $8,000 to $9,000 a day, right? Then there's other things that pay me where I make $100 a day or $200 a day or $500 a day. But I like to have 8, 9, 10 different things paying me on a daily basis because for me, it's about creating, that passive lifestyle. Again, it might not be that way for you. You might have a different perspective, and that's cool. No worries. Everybody's different. Everybody has a different strategy. Everybody has a different thought process. Everybody's been through different experiences. But people always ask me, "Hey, what are you trying to do?" Like I did a withdrawal the other day out of a platform, and somebody messaged me saying, like they almost like in a panic, like, "What are you doing? Are you withdrawing? Like, is there something wrong with that platform? What's your strategy? What's the reason why you're withdrawing?" Nothing's wrong with the platform. The platform is fine. Everything's working great. But I like to pull out my seed capital, which I haven't done yet, so that I could only I could only have house money in that platform. So there's nothing wrong with the platform. If you see me withdrawing out of a platform, there's nothing wrong with it. It's just I'm utilizing this strategy, right? So hopefully that gives you a little bit of clarification because some of you guys do, message me sometimes when I'm doing withdrawals on video and you're like, oh, is there something wrong with the platform? How come you're not compounding and all that sort of thing? Again, there's nothing wrong with the platform. If I'm talking about the platform, there's nothing wrong with it. Okay. If I'm not talking about it, then there's an issue because I would never talk about a platform, especially on video, if there was a problem with it. Like I don't want to put anybody into a platform knowing that there's a problem with it. Okay. If I'm talking about it, it's because I'm bullish on it. I feel good about it. I'm obviously invested into it. I'm building a team in it. But again, because I like to pull out my seed capital so I could only be playing with profits in that platform, that's one of the reasons why you'll see me make some withdrawals. So hopefully that clarifies that because again, I had some people, messaging me the other day saying, "Hey, what's going on with that platform? Why are you withdrawing?" And people get into a panic or something like that. But anyway, I got about 6 more transactions here. So if you qualified for this airdrop, congratulations again. If you had 100 drip deposited, and you had a net, if you have obviously you have to have a net positive account, then you got this airdrop. Okay. Now I'll go back to the lottery style. I'll mix it up. I'll do airdrops for people that have less than 100. Right. Every time I do an airdrop, I get a bunch of messages saying, "Hey, I didn't get an airdrop." We'll try to get to you next time. Okay. But again, as I've said before, just keep building your account. If you're building your account, if you're making fresh deposits, if you're growing your account and you're net positive, you're going to get an airdrop sooner or later. So again, this is the account that I'm going to be building. Again, I'm gonna top up this account, get it over 100,000. Um, that way, we could start earning 1% a day on a much bigger deposit account on this new account. And yeah, Drip. I think is not. I think I know it's the very best passive platform in the space right now. If you don't have a position in Drip, what are you waiting for? Get you a position in Drip, build it, get your faucet deposit up to where you want it to be, and then after that, diversify. Okay, but get your Drip faucet account cranking because once you have your Drip faucet account cranking, man, life is good. Life is good, and it's going to get better, guys. Okay, because I do believe the price of Drip, it's going to go up. It's an undervalued token. There's so many projects that Forex is coming out with that over the next couple of months, I do believe it's going to go up to 15, $20. Some of you guys are like, no, it's going to go more than that. Great. If it does, fantastic. Um, But at 15 or 20 bucks, your daily income with drip is gonna double and triple, even at 15 or 20 bucks. So could you imagine that? All right, guys, that's pretty much it. I've hit these 34 people with airdrops. Congratulations to you guys. Yeah, if you want to use my buddy address, I will leave a link down below. Again, it's the 6633 buddy address. So if you want to join us on this new account, um, I'll leave it down below. All right, guys, do your own research. Risk capital only. Follow me on Telegram. I'll leave that link in the link tree. And if you haven't subscribed yet, hit subscribe, hit the little bell icon. That way you'll get notified straight away whenever I do a brand new video. All right, guys, I'll catch you on the next one. Peace.